there.
Right, so you put your foot on the brake, and then you push the on button. Don't press that one. Pull that back up. Press it again. That's your handbrake.
Oh right.
It's not really a hand brake. It's a foot brake. And press the power button.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. And you spin the steering wheel around that way. You'll see on the display you've got P, which is P for park.
Oh yeah.
And then you put it into drive, and now that car is primed and ready to go.
Oh what?
Just with a. Yeah, you're right, left. You can go left if you want. Go the dual carriageway with.
Indicators, oh they're the same.
Yeah, that's one thing. It's the same.
Boy, this is so smooth, isn't it? My goodness me. You have to keep your eye on your accelerator, don't you?
Yeah. So you've got several functions with this. You're in D at the moment. You can have B. So in D, if you let off the... See these bubbles? They're white bubbles, 2 white bubbles. You let off the accelerator completely now. See the green?
Yep.
That is regeneration. That's power going back into the battery.
Right. How good's that?
If you go to drive again, like you did before, what we call a gear lever, which isn't really. If you put that back into drive again, it'll put it into a mode called B. If you let off the brake now, off the accelerator now, see? You get extra. You can feel it.
See. Yeah,
So it's twice, basically twice the regeneration. So you come up to a junction, you let off now without using the brake, you can slow right down up to the junction by putting power back in. So you're not using your brake pads at all. So brake pad wear on these is almost none.
Right.
Disc wear is almost none.
This is £209 a month.
Plus VAT, yeah. But if you press that, you can see your energy information. So this is how much power is 20 kilowatts, and obviously about 15 kilowatts now. If you let off again, you'll see the power going back in, how many kilowatts you're putting back in. See 25 kilowatts going back into the battery.
Wow.
So if you get enough of a hill, you can put 1 or 2% back in.
What's the downside of being in this mode? I mean, it's obvious that you get more regeneration.
None from once you've put your foot on accelerator and you use acceleration, there is no disadvantage.
It just gives you more braking.
More braking, but of course harsher braking. So if you didn't want that, you could put it into D and you got a smoother rather than that. But it's just like engine brake, really.
You know, you just leave it till longer and later, and just use it like brakes.
Yeah. And that just saves you pressing the brakes essentially.
Whoops, bit of a bump.
Bit of rallying, rally cross. If you put your foot down now, slam your foot down. That's a nice acceleration you get there. What do you think of it?
Brilliant.
Smooth, isn't it?
It's the future of motoring, isn't it?
It is.
I mean, do you find if you've got a long journey, say down to Cornwall, that it's a bit inconvenient to have to keep stopping?
Yes.
To fill up again?
Very.
That is the downside.
Downside is, but of course when I went to Cornwall, I think I saved 140 quid on fuel in 24 hours. Or whatever it was 80 quid? 80 quid probably in 24 hours. Yeah, that's right, it was 140 quid. I did 1,000 miles in 4 days it was, because I had an event up in Birmingham that I went up to each day. Well, it was like Solihull, so it was the top of Birmingham. So I travelled there, up there, down, up there, down, up there, down, up there, down. Then I went to Cornwall.
When you went up there, was there a charging station where you?
It was broken, the one on the way up. But I charged there, of course. There was it wasn't too bad to be honest. It was broken on the last day,
right,
on the way down, and I had to spend an extra 45 minutes in the service station charging out.
Why 45 minutes?
Because I calculated I didn't need 100% to get back home from that service station. I needed whatever it was, 60%. So I just charged it.
This thing here where it puts more in. That's definitely. Does that mean you get more than your 95 miles?
No, well, put it this way, the most I've ever got, and that's by using neutral as well, is 106, I think it is.
Right.
Miles from one charge.
What's the least you've got?
Wow. Oh, that's true. I have done a video on the least actually. And that was about 80 miles.
Right.
So I hammered it. Everywhere I went, straight up to 60.
Yeah, it gives you an idea of what you're dealing with.
Yeah.
And when do the batteries need?
Batteries have been announced $5,000 or $5,500 to replace.
And how often are they going to need?
Well, no one really knows at the moment. I think Nissan is sort of saying.
But then, if this is a lease car, do they get paid?
Don't bother me at all.
That's good. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I got a lease, because I wasn't sure on the batteries.
No.
So I thought, I'll just do what I like with this car. It makes no difference.
Yeah.
I don't have to care for the battery at all. But I don't think I'll see any degradation of the battery at the end of the 4 years.
Well, the fact that they're supplying them means they must be fairly confident, doesn't it?
Yeah, they got a warranty on them as well.
Yeah.
So they got warranty on the batteries and the transmission. I think it's a 5-year warranty. It's changed a bit. I think it's a 5-year warranty on it. It's not unlimited mileage though. I can't remember what it goes up to now.
Right.
Not 100% sure. Another thing I should know. But yeah. And there's a Nissan Leaf.
Let me take your space. Asda.
Do you think I take my space?
I reckon
Can't see your face, too dark.
You're gonna go to Asda.
And nick my space. It's alright, there's 2 spots there. So look at that. Good morning, morning. Where are we off to, Jacob?
School.
School, apparently. There's a couple of things that I've got to do. One is Lance Pickup. I presume that's your real surname. Don't know. And scrape the window off. Is talk about 2 things that he brought up. One of them which was timer for the heating. Apparently, it's estimated on the time that you actually leave. So if you set it for 5:30 in the morning, it will probably come on 20 minutes before that to heat up. You'll notice that. The other thing was, I've forgotten. I'll find out and then do it here. The other thing was setting priority of charging over heating timer. It should be in the manual, so I'll have to check this out. So that is to do with when you have it on charge and you may want to preheat and it might still be charging up in the morning. You can choose between setting up pushing the power to the heater or give priority to the charger, basically. So that is what I am going to have a look at to see if that's in the UK manual, to see whether or not, because obviously it eats into the battery somewhat if it's still charging, and especially as I found out when you're trickle charging. I haven't actually really tested it with a wall charger yet, so I shall see. I've tried it on 10 amp but not 16, so I'll give it a go and try and find out some more information on that. Good morning. It's a bit chilly out here today. Nice weather though. Oh, sunflowers, look at that. But I want to preheat my car, but I can't, because every time you go to log in, this is the error message you get. You see? That's no good, is it? Come on, Nissan, sort that out. Everyone's got the problem. Well, most people have that have contacted me. Morning. So I can't preheat this morning. What a shame. What a tragedy. Glove box. Can you fit 3 cream egg cups mugs in there? Yes, you can. It's massive, that glove box. It's got a manual in there. I've got a video camera there. There's the oh yeah, if you want to turn off because you've got a child seat in there, there's a switch there, look. And what else we got? Loads of other stuff in there, and 3 mugs. How brilliant is that? Now, the keen, eagle-eyed viewer among you would have noticed that that is like most of them. You need a key, but look what you got here. That's not gonna happen, is it? I'm being silly. Try to be sensible. So turn that over. Pull this lever here. How am I going to do this with one hand? I can. Bear with me while it goes all dark. Right, I pulled the lever. Oopsie daisy. There we go. And that, and you pull this at the same time, and look what you have. You have a key, which you can then obviously put in there, like so. And then if you really wanted to, you could turn it on or off. And this, presumably, I've never even looked into this, I presume it applies to the driver's door. Better unplug this. Put it back there for a second. Just funny out all the things, yeah. There you go, let's see. So I've never really paid much attention to it, but look at that. Works. Brilliant. Okay. Cool. There you go. That might help some of you out in a bind. You never know. But obviously, just put it back in if it wasn't so wobbly. There you go, put it back in, clips back in. That's a neat little design, that. There you go, hope that helps some people out. Hi, should we do a challenge?
Yeah.
We're not going to use the mirrors, and we're just going to see if we can reverse out our tight driveway and not hit anything. So let's not use any mirrors, and let's see how accurate this is. I've actually never put my full faith in this thing, never. So I'm doing it now. I just hope. I haven't looked at the mirrors yet, so I'm going real slow. I just don't trust it. Okay, we are through, and that's what we got. Nice bit of space. Wow, as much space as you can possibly have on this. In fact, it's almost dead centre. So that works. That's the answer to that. If you want to trust that, yes you can. Hey, I'm off to Tewkesbury Battery Mega Store to pick up 2 batteries for a pallet truck, electric pallet truck. It's an interesting one, this. Don't have many of these. This is the journey where I've obviously had to come to work. I can't charge at work. I've then got to go to Tewkesbury and back again, which was about 30 miles each way, so 60 miles. Toby's got a football match at 6 o'clock. So between, I won't have a chance to recharge again. I've got to take him off and then bring him back again. So that's going to put it very, very tight to what I can actually do. So I may have to have a quick hunt around to see if there's any rapid charges or anything, but I probably won't. I'll see what I get back to work on, and then see what the mileage is going to be for this afternoon when he has to go to a football match. It's going to be tight again, but I should imagine, like all the times before, everything's going to be okay. So we shall see. It's just a bit of an interesting journey because I'm travelling on the motorway. Nice and quiet, not many cars about. Just going to go pick those batteries and come back again, and I'll just see where I am this afternoon, basically. So quite a lot of miles today in terms of on one charge. It's going to be a lot of miles. I've already travelled, whatever it is, 5 into work. It's going to be 30 there, 30 back, 60, 65. Then take Toby to football. Obviously this is motorway miles, so it cuts down the distance you can actually do per mile. So yeah, we shall see. Okie dokie. Come across an interesting one. If I put in my work, put it in, that's where I work, press OK, there it is, and you say start. It does that, which is a bit weird. So don't know why that is. Let's have a list. See, so it's definitely there. It's there in the database. Perhaps it's because of the route not showing here at the moment, or is it because I'm on an industrial estate? No, I'm not there anyway at the moment. So it's weird. Oh well, that doesn't work. Well, there you go. There it is. If you can read that, there we are. So I'm going back home to collect Toby to take him to his football match, which, as it turns out, is in Lakers, which is near 5 Acres Garage, Nissan. So all being well, I'd go straight there and then stick it on charge for about 45 minutes to an hour whilst he plays football. So that's good. We'll see how that pans out, because if there's a block there or something weird happens, like the charge doesn't work, then I don't think I'll get back home. I'll get some of the way back home, probably, if I get there in the first place. We shall see. Another exciting day. Okay, home to pick him up, and that's where we're at. And I gotta go to football 6 miles away, something like that. So I'm actually going to put it on charge, probably for 5 minutes. In the most it'll be on. It's time now. Need to hurry up, really. The time is 17:32. Okay, that's how much charge it's had. 5 minutes exactly. Battery level still low, of course, because 5 minutes
Low
will
battery
do nothing.
charge.
Right, let's go to football, shall we?
How do we get to football?
You'll see. He's a bit concerned, don't you, too, about getting to football. with 0%. You're asking how can it be done? Well, hopefully we can charge at 5 Acres Garage outside where you're playing football. It's more or less exactly opposite the road, so that's quite good.
We won't make it.
We won't make it, you don't think? What's the matter with your eyes? Blinking. He's hiding now. Will we make it? We'll find out when we do. Exciting, isn't it? Yeah, real exciting.
Yeah.
Bye. Yeah, so we got this is a big, long uphill now, isn't it? Real steep, long hill. Using 30 kilowatts of power. This is probably a 2 mile climb, something like that. Yeah, probably is a 2 mile climb. It gets real steep, real quick. There's a lot of sun. You can see now. Think we'll do it?
Yep.
I think we'll get there. I might be wrong. Might be wrong.
Yeah.
But my intuition tells me we'll get there, despite this long, winding hill. Or we could just conk out. To be
Then
reading.
it'll go all the way down.
Or let's go downhill. Probably actually better off walking through town. I mean, Turtle could cut in now, I suppose. Turtle cut in now, would we make it? I reckon we're probably 1.5 miles, 2 miles away once we get to the top of this hill from Colford. 5 Acres Nissan. It probably wouldn't be good news if Turtle cut in now. We'd be really, really pushing it.
And why didn't you charge it up?
I did. Plugged it in when I got home, didn't I? It was plugged in for 5 minutes. That's all I had. Can't charge at work
Why?
because you need a charge point, and I can hang out the window if I wanted to, but only usually when there's no one there because it hangs down over someone else's property.
Now we've reached Broadwell.
We have reached a Broadwell. We turn right here, so
Funny name, isn't it?
it is.
Carry on.
Carry on. So we're turning right now, and we're going to go to Mile End, which is right here. And these are fairly flat roads. We're basically going along the top of the hill we've gone up now. Is the one we are going along the top of. So you can turn off filming now, darling. Just seen another Nissan Leaf drive by. Pretty sure it's the same one as I see it work and the one that lives at Longhope. Reported. Okay, look what we've got. Yeah. But the advantage is, look where we are. And we haven't got there yet. We've still got to go along this road and turn right and get round that way. But we should be fine. Here we go. Right. There is a space as well, and it looks like it's on. So, woo! That was close. Motor power is limited. What do you reckon, Tobe?
Good.
You don't look that impressed by it. Are you impressed by it?
Yeah.
Do you think it's fun and exciting, or do you think it's very scary?
It's scary.
Scary. We're there though. We are there. Will we make it back home? Good question. Look what I've got. 2 bags in there, look. And this one, I didn't think I'd have to use this, to be honest. That's why I put it in this bag. This was that replacement bag we got. It came with the charger. So, I didn't think I'd have to be using that, but I've tucked my cable in there because it was getting absolutely wrecked. Okie dokie. Charging up. Leave that now for about an hour. And it is charging. At the moment. I'll lock that cable in as well. Match over. What was the score, Tobes? 10-0. Was it really?
No. So like 7 now.
It's 5-0, wasn't it, I think? Might have been 6-0. To you, to your team, wouldn't it? Now then, how much charge do you reckon the car will have on it?
41.
41%, you reckon? I reckon it might have something like that. We'll check, shall we? Nah, it's going to be 20% at the most, I reckon. Let's see who's best at guessing how much charge it's going to have. There we go. That's their demo car. What do you think of the demo car? The Leaf.
Good.
This is what it looks like underneath. Let see. what it looks like. That's what your leaf looks like underneath. Good, doing it? No, I didn't get it from here. Let's go, shall we? Drum roll, drum roll. Let's have a look. What the percentage is going to be? Oh, 16 miles, which is good. Got about 16% then, is it? Got to keep pressing the button. 7 hours to charge up fully. 20
battery charge.
20%. Is that what? Did I guess that? Is that what I said? 20? Did I? Well, there you go. That's what you get from driving it a lot, I suppose. So we parked up now, probably an hour and 20 minutes, something like that. So all good. Get this home and charge it up. After we get some chips. Do you want chips, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to get some?
Low battery. Yeah, we got plenty now of battery. We can play about. Go where we want, when we want. No emissions.
Like getting chips.
Lovely. Thanks, Nissan. We were charging for 1 hour 28 minutes and we used 5.3 kilowatt hours for free. Okay, so the effect that the Carwings system going down had is sort of really not a problem at all. It's only for preheating and checking your charge and things like that. It was the app on all devices, Android and iPhone. It's the official app. There was reports that other apps that weren't Nissan made were working, oddly, and also you're able to log in online and check all those things through the website. So it worked. It's just the app was down. It was down for Sunday. It came back about 4 or 5 days later. So nothing really to report on that apart from it went down, and it was down for about 4 days. So yep, there you go. Nissan Leaf. It's not mine. That man's there, Mike's. We're off to another paintball event. Decided to use his car. Working. So we're in Hotwood Services. Just charging up. So get out. Lovely weather. Mike hasn't used one of these apparently for ages. I'm just trying to work it out. Is that right? Don't know, Mike. Never used one. That's how helpful I am. Brilliant. About, what's the time? About 10 to 8 is it? In the morning, something like that.
Yeah, it's going to be about 9 o'clock by the time it's done.
Yeah. An hour
Just
to do it.
plugging it in.
Expert. He's had the car now for 4 months, something like that, probably. I wonder if he'd be the man to brake the Rapid.
Probably.
Oh, here we go. Will it work? Come on, blue lights. Please work. Yeah, look at that there. Love that little sound. Squeaky sound, isn't it? 12,003 miles. I didn't quite get the 12,000. I was going to film it and then I forgot all about it. But there you go, 12,003 miles. And today is, what's the date today? It's 15th of September 2014. Okay, it's 19th of September. Done no recording really for ages. I just happened to come out to Bristol, Cribs Causeway, so it's about 40 miles-ish from work. I actually came out to have a quick look at the iPhone 6 Plus, which was released today. I had one on pre-order. I was going to sell my 5S. It's not that great, so I've cancelled it. I'm going to keep with my phone I've got. So I'm glad I came here. Saved a sweet bit of money. Not that great. Anyway, that aside, I'm just going to head to Michael Wood's Services to do a rapid on the way back. North is down. It was been down ever since I've known it. I've charged there once, and it's been down ever since. And as far as I know, it went back up again. It's obviously gone down again. Anyway, I'm going to try the southbound rapid. And I'll see how I get on, basically. Just filming this, just in case it doesn't work or something weird happens and turns into an adventure. It shouldn't do. It's just a general journey out and about, really, but motorway miles. So, got 26% left with 9 miles to go. So, no issues at all. So I will get there, it's just whether it's working or not. Was something interesting, which was the fact that there's supposed to be charging points at Cribs Causeway. anyone, Chris Causeway, Bristol, anyone who goes there and charges there, let me know where they are, because I couldn't find them. I followed it on the sat nav. It was on the Nissan Carwings app, or not the app, Carwings. But I followed it and I couldn't see anything, so no idea. So if any of you viewers out there know where they are, give me a heads up. What I love about this is you never quite know where they are. They're almost always by the entrance. I've driven past them once, didn't even notice them. I just noticed them looking across the. I was looking straight ahead, and they're actually slightly off to the left. Anyway, there's 2 units there, so they must be working. All working, charging up. Got 25. I've been on 5 minutes, back up to 25% now. I think I came in on 13%. All good. There's 2 units here, so that's nice. Okay, right. Should explain. I'm gonna upload this episode now. Anyway, the 2 questions from Lance Pickup that I brought up earlier. I will answer those. I just haven't had time to dedicate to doing this video, this episode. Don't like saying you haven't got time to do something, because you usually have, and it's usually quite a lame excuse for bad time management, usually. But I've had a lot on, and this on my list of priorities is a little bit lower down than some of the other stuff, so it's just taking its time. So I will run through those 2 things, test them out, run through the manual and stuff like that. So it's a bit of an odd one, because I haven't really finished what I started, but I will do on another episode.
Low battery charge.
Only kidding. Anyway, moving on. I'll be walking in a minute. Yeah, so I will address that. I'm going to close off this episode now, so at least I've uploaded something for you guys. I keep getting asked, when's the next one, which is cool, and I love it. But I also want to make sure it's got some content in it, and I think this episode probably has. So I will answer those questions. I'll have to refer back to it. Don't want to do it too often, because you've got to try and remember what you've said and what you've done in one episode, and then finish it up in another, which isn't ideal. But I hope you're all having a lovely time, and I know a lot of you have already bought your Leafs now, because you've contacted me saying I've bought one. So yeah, good luck with that if you have, and I hope you're going to have a brilliant journey, and these videos will help you along that journey. Anyway, cutting off now until the next video. Hopefully it won't be another 3 or 4 weeks until I make another one. I'll have some content on it. Martin Shinners has suggested I run through the tyre pump thing, which isn't really a pump thing, it's like fluid you put in the tyre. Anyway, I'll run through all that in the next episode, because I've never even got out of the back of the car either. And you know, when you get out of the back of the car for the first time, it'll be when you're on the side of a motorway. So I'll try and run through that, so we all know what to expect. Whether I use it, probably unlikely, because it probably costs 60 quid to replace. We shall find out. But I probably won't use it. I'll just take it out and mock test it. Or I might go all out and just test it. Who knows? Who cares? Oh, Mike's on holiday. He's gone up to London. He's had no problems at all. Some of the service stations he's gone to now have got double chargers. So, as in, there's 2 separate units, which is good. He sent me a photo of that. Susie has gone to Wales somewhere. That's where hobbits live and stuff, isn't it? I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, there. I'm only joking. Anyone watching from Wales, love you really. She's gone there. She got to a charger and her car wouldn't charge. So I had a desperate phone call and got in a bit of a mess. Basically, she did, and then she ended up going to IKEA, which was actually, when I checked, was showing down on the Ecotricity map, but it was actually up. But her card didn't work, so another Nissan Leaf owner scanned her in, and then she had to wait there, obviously, until it had finished, because they left. They didn't want to wait around 45 minutes, so she had to wait until it completed its charge. Anyway, she's off, and I rang her about 30 minutes ago to ask her how she's getting on, and a couple of hours have passed, and she was getting on fine. So hopefully there'll be no more dramas for her, but there's a possibility that her card won't work. I have said that she should ring Ecotricity, which she hadn't done at that point. She hasn't watched any of my episodes, see, that's good, isn't it? Your own friends don't watch the episodes. Anyway, and they actually own a Leaf. So I said to ring them, because she hadn't actually rung them, because even if her card's faulty, as far as I'm aware, they can activate the chargers remotely, as long as there's a signal for them to do so. So regardless of that, she's registered with them. She just give her a reg number and say who she is, etc., and confirm some security details, I suspect, and they'll just be able to start the charge session for her, all being well. Either that, her car could have a fault, I suppose. Don't know. But her card did not work at IKEA, and someone else's did, and it started the charge. So that would suggest that it's a card issue. Or something even stranger. Anyway, there you go. That's crammed in an update. Mike still hasn't got his charger installed on his house. Good, eh? The money was refunded back. It wasn't refunded back to my card, it was refunded back to Mike via a cheque, which is a bit strange. I think that's pretty much all the news and updates you could possibly want. Mum and Dad's doing fine. I think they're on almost 7,000 miles now. They're catching me up. Dad's car just sits in the garage. It's diesel, Kia. Sits in the garage, and 95% of the time it's the Leaf they're using for all their journeys. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a good car. It's a good car. EVs are definitely the future. At the moment, with a 95-mile range, it's just a little bit of a struggle in a small minority of cases, but otherwise it's absolutely brilliant. Get one. Doesn't have to be a Leaf, it could be something else, but I can't advise you to get anything else because I've never driven anything else apart from a Tesla, which I didn't like that much. Yeah, see you later, bye.